Hey people, David Escobar here. I'd like to first start by thanking all of you for all your support and for sticking with me through all these videos. Hopefully we have many more to come. I'd like to thank you also for all your nice comments there. It's really great to see my work being appreciated, and I appreciate your words. And yeah, there are some questions that I've been asked quite a few times, and I think it's time to answer them. So the first question is, where do I get my tabs? I make my own tabs. Now, how do I learn the solos? There are a few things that I do. First of all, of course, I listen to the solo many times. After I've seen the difficult passages it might have, I use a software for slowing it down called Best Practice. It's for free, and you can find it easily online. And it's got great things like you can, of course, slow things down, but you can also transpose. So if you are playing tune differently, you can still play the song. And yeah, I do that for the difficult passages. Then I usually try to see if there's a video of the original player playing it. Most of the times it's pretty difficult to hear because it's a live setting. There's some noise going on, and the audio quality in the video might not be great. But this really helps to see the fingerings and in what position the player plays those. Where do I get my backing tracks? In a very few solos, I have had to record all the instruments and make my own backing track. And what I've done for those is that I put the original song, then I put my backing track with the solo, and then I put the original song back. So I got the beginning and the ending, the original song. But for most of them, you can just find them right here on YouTube. You just search backing track with vocals, and you'll find many different backing tracks, minus the guitar part. Or the other thing you can do is search studio multi-tracks, or the name of the song multi-track on Google, and you'll be able to find some too, some of those. And then what you do is just put back together all the tracks, and without the guitar part, or you just mute the guitar part, and then you have your backing track. And then the last option there is to it is that quite often you see that the backing track for the song, the part over which the solo is played, is actually played in a different part of the song without any voice over it. And then in those cases you can use parts of the same song. Finally, probably the question I get asked the most is, what gear do I use, or how do I get some tone or something like that? So let's talk about gear. First, let's start with the guitars. I've got all my guitars here. You might have seen a couple more guitars on my videos. Those were actually my friends' guitars. I happen to have some very good friends that let me use their guitars for the videos, so well, thanks to them. And let's start with this one. This is my MTD Kingston Rubicon. This one is a 24 fret version with a tremolo, and yeah, it's a great guitar. It's got a parallel wiring, so you get single coil sound out of the humbucking pickups. This one also comes with locking tuners, which make not only the tuning more stable, but it's also a lot faster to change strings. Now here I have the 22 fret version of the same guitar, same electronics. This one's got, of course, 22 frets, and this one is also a maple fingerboard, so it's a fairly brighter tone than the 24 fret one. This is my Ibanez RG 2570E, I think it's called, yeah. And this one, actually the paint on this one wasn't pretty good, so it ended fading away after lots of playing, but so it looks pretty cool, but yeah, I wish it hadn't been that fast. And this one's got DiMarzio pickups on it, so this is a bridge, and this one is a PAF Joe. This one is a vintage noiseless from a Strat. Now here we have this Fender Strat with the remaining two noiseless vintage noiseless pickups from the set. So these are the pickups on it. This one's was scalloped by a friend of mine, an insanely good player. His name is Santiago Mora, and yeah, this was a Highway 1 Fender Strat. Was originally blue. I painted it myself, so I think it looks pretty cool. Maybe not so great when you look it up close, but yeah. Next, here's the This is a Schecter Omen. This was my first electric guitar. This one was scalloped by Santiago as well, and this one's also got EMG pickups, 81 and 85. Now next, here we have the other Ibanez. This is also an RG 2570, but this is a 2570 MZ, which this one's got the maple fingerboard and also the zero bridge tremolo system. This one's got a crunch lap on the bridge and Steve Moore's model on the neck. And well, last, here we have the Gibson Les Paul. This is completely stock. Many people have asked me if I changed the pickups or something. This guitar is completely stock. It's a standard traditional Pro from 2009. Now let's talk about the amp. I've played all of my solos through this amp, which is a Mesa Boogie Mark V. It's a great amp, very versatile. It's got 3 channels, and then each channel has 3 modes, so it's basically 9 amps built into one. And that, along with the 5-band EQ, really allows me to dial any tone I need. That goes into this Road King cabinet, which is pretty cool because on one side it's got a closed back, so you get all the punch, and then the other side has an open back, which to my ear sounds better for cleaner tones. And also both sides have different speakers, and this also helps the tone be more versatile. Here you can see the mic setup I ended up using for the last solo. Right here we have an AKG 214, and the one you see over there is a Shure SM57. They both have different tonal properties, so by combining them I can achieve certain type of sounds. The other mic that I use is this MXL R144. It's a ribbon mic, and this one's got a very different response, especially on the lower frequencies. So what I usually do with these mics is that I combine them, or I can use just one depending on what sound I need, and each of them can bring different qualities to the tone. Many people have asked me about the Axe-Fx, and to be honest, I haven't had the chance to play with one, so I wouldn't know what to say about it, other than I've heard recordings and seen videos, and it sounds very, very good. I guess that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for your questions. Keep those questions coming. Also keep the solo suggestions coming. And finally, I'd like to invite you to go to my website, davidescobarguitar.com. Right now it's just the landing page, but you can find all my social media links there, and the full website should be up in the next few weeks, and it's gonna have few things that you might like, so I encourage you to go visit, and yeah, thanks again.